Hey, what's up, everybody? So I got my laptop open. Paramount Plus is paused right now because it's the only streaming service that's showing the Scream movies. I have the first four on Blu-ray, but my really good friend from work is borrowing them. She hasn't seen, uh, I think, a couple of them, so she wanted to do a rewatch, and I'm just hoping Scream 6 is better than Scream 5. It's Scream Week. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. I got tickets for the 7 o'clock on Thursday, and the first time I saw Scream 5, I was like, okay, this one's not bad, but I saw it again, and I just really did not like it the second time, and I just find more things that I didn't like about the movie, and it's my least favorite, and I think it is a very bad Scream movie. I wish Wes Craven was alive, because if he was alive, he would have made Scream 5 a lot better. So anyway, the original one, still one of my favorite Scream movies. Is Scream series is my second favorite horror movie series franchise, and it's crazy to think that it only cost between 14 to 17 million to make this movie, and it went on to gross 173 million dollars. It's holding like an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Marco Beltrami did the score for this, who also did the score for World War Z, the very first Resident Evil movie, the Wolverine, Logan. Really, really good composer. And it's really interesting that Wes Craven, um, who obviously went on to direct this movie, was directing a remake of The Haunting, but he was wanted to get out of the horror movie genre. And when The Haunting fell through, he decided to take on this project. And there was a really big bidding war between Paramount and Universal for the script. But once it, got so much expense, it got really expensive. Paramount and Universal dropped out. So Miramax, who was already making horror movies, jumped in. The Weinstein brothers grabbed this project, and it was Oliver Stone was bidding on this because he was already working doing movies for Miramax, and also other directors who almost got to direct this movie was Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Sam Raimi, and George Romero. But Kevin Williamson said that those directors did not really understand. They didn't get it. They didn't understand Scream. I had no idea that Scream was based on true events. It was based on the Gainesville Ripper, who in the early 90s, on a 4-day period, killed 5 people, tortured and raped their victims, and he confessed to killing 8 people and was sentenced to death in 2006. Well, they shot this in California, and a lot of the townspeople was still um, didn't have a lot of the wounds healed up yet from Polly Glass, who was, I think she was kidnapped from a slumber party. I faintly remember this from the 90s, and she was knifed to death. But the townspeople and the mayor knew that there would be a big financial benefit to having this project filming at the school, and having the financial benefits to this. Well, it's also kind of interesting that for Gail Weathers, Brooke Shields and Janine Garofalo was up for the roles, and for Randy, it came down to Jamie Kennedy, who obviously got the role, but it came down to him and Breckin Meyer. According to Jamie Kennedy, he also mentioned that Jason Lee and Seth Green was close to getting the role of Randy, and Wes Craven and the MPAA went back and forth with the whole R-rated NC-17, and Wes Craven had to really tone down this movie to get an R rating because I guess it was a lot gorier than expected. I want to see that version. Give me that version of Scream. Originally, Drew Barrymore was going to play Sidney Prescott, but because of other movie commitments, she had to take a lesser role, so she became the Casey Becker character. And apparently, one of the big reasons why he got an NC-17, because I think this was on the commentary or the making, because when Casey Becker, Drew Barrymore's character, was killed, her intestines were smoking. So for some reason, the smoking of the intestines really gave it an NC-17 rating. I gotta say, Matthew Lillard is great in this. This has a great cast. Scream is just a classic. I remember back when, you know what? I'll actually do a part two. No, I'll do this real quick. Never mind. I'll do it. I know this is a long video, but I remember the theater that I work at, we didn't get the first screen because we had other theaters in town. So the different theater chains, uh they would bid for which movies would go to what theater in town, and we didn't get the first screen. So Sarasota, or was it Generison? I think it was Sarasota. Uh, they end up getting it. So we went on the other side of town for the midnight show. When I got off of work, me and a friend went over there, and apparently it was sold out since the morning. So we used the payphone, called my manager who was going to meet us over to the mall on the other side of town. And we said, you know what, don't even drive on the other side of town because it's been sold out since the morning. So me and my really good friend end up getting tickets for Saturday, since we couldn't go to the midnight show on Friday. So yeah, Scream took off and it was a huge success. And yeah, I'm very excited to see the first Scream because it's been about a year since I've seen it, since before the fifth one came out. So yeah, definitely, really, really great horror movie.